All right, man. Um, so everyone, this is Preston. Everyone, welcome him to the video. He is starting a meal prep business in Texas. Let him know a little bit about the background of how you got started and everything, and why did you choose meal prep, and just introduce yourself.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Preston. I'm in San Antonio. I posted a lot of meal preps that that I had over in Snapchat. People have been asking me if I could start meal prepping for them. So I just figured, I might give it a little shot just as a side gig, some extra cash flow. So
Right,
it's kind of how I got into it. I looked it up on YouTube and
man.
stumbled upon you. So MotivEats.
Sick. Hell yeah. All right. I shared a Google Doc with you. It says Preston Business Operations Manual. Did you get it in the email?
Check.
Okay. Because it's going to outline pretty much what you need in order to start a meal prep business and um, you know, keep it going and stuff. Let me know if you see it.
All right, 1 second. Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so go ahead and open that up, and then, I'll be going through with it. If you see my cursor on it, you'll see it. I'm going to be highlighting some stuff. You kind of see the highlight?
It's loading up.
Okay.
Yeah. Here we go. All right, here.
Oh, nice. Okay. Cool. So basically, here's a link to the MotivEats Business Operations Manual. That's 22 pages long. I don't think I could go through it entirely, but it's yours to use. It's our business operations that it took me about like 3 years to create, but it's yours for free. Like you can use it. You can even copy it if you want to, man. But that's our business process all in that one little document. And also, I put a link to a Google Sheets organizer. So it's a Google Sheets that organizes all the meals. So it's like a customer relations management database system too. So you could put in people's name, you could put in their meal number, how much meals they ordered, down to the amount of revenue you're taking in. And I think in there's also cost of goods sold, so like the cost of the meals and stuff. So it's a built-in snapshot of like what you need in order to organize, kind of like the back end of your meal prep business. So I give you that one, and then there's also a profit and loss place where you can actually track your profits and your losses. What's cool about that sheet is like it gives you a snapshot of where you're at financially in the business. But the tedious thing about that is that you have to literally put in each transaction um, manually. So that one's kind of hard, but I mean, it's the only way to track it like all at once. So, and if you go down in the manual, what I'm teaching everyone is that a business it's a system, right? So it's a set of principles or procedures according to which something is done. It's an organized scheme or method. So you have to, when you're building a business, you have to think that it's a system. Yeah, it has to run on its own, basically. And your goal as an entrepreneur is to try and like quote unquote sell it or franchise it. So I put a video in there. It's 30 minutes long. I want you to watch that too. It's about franchising. So basically, trying to get your business to run and operate on a system. So it goes. This whole thing is all run on systems. So and we're writing down your system today. So
All right,
it's
sweet.
gonna be fun. And if you keep going down, so today's the 12th, 7:05. I think the call is gonna end around like 8:15ish. I have another call at like 8:30/9. So
All right.
okay. So cost budgeting, the cost of goods sold for the food is roughly around 20 to 25%. So it's right here, and this is yours to keep too. This whole operations manual.
All right. I'm looking at it right now. 25% labor.
And then labor is around 25%. Yeah, And then your overhead, it depends on your location. I'm thinking Texas isn't too bad of hourly for kitchens and stuff. But when I first started out, I just did it from the home. It wasn't like I went all crazy and went directly commercial kitchen. I literally had to build my customer base up, and we went to the commercial kitchen when we had like around 20 to 25 customers. So you'll be pushing around like 200, maybe 220 meals in the home. That's when you know you got to make the switch.
200?
Yeah, roughly like 200, I would say. Yeah, like
Hit that
200.
mark. Time to go to a commercial kitchen?
Yeah, that would be like the good time because I mean you could operate like 100, but once you reach 200, man, you get in the 30 pounds of chicken kind of field, and then
Yeah.
that's pretty dangerous when you're doing it from the home. Yeah.
Damn. How much does that usually like cost? Like, like do you pay like a daily fee when you go to the kitchen, or is it
Yeah.
monthly?
So at the end, I have a little what do you call that? A little sheet that I'm giving you. So it presents out like what you need in order to go to the commercial kitchen. So it's all outlines all the steps, all the permits and licensing. It's all at the end. So we'll get into that later. Um, but okay. So right now you don't have, or do you have a system set up, like an agenda, or do you have like a process that you do right now?
No, I mean, to be truthful, I've just kind of been like, I'll just go to HEB, make the stuff, and just kind of post it. Like,
Right.
at literally square one. I have like zero. Like,
Okay.
I've talked to 5 people that said they would purchase for me,
Oh,
but I
good.
mean, I know like I can get more people because I know a lot of people, and
Right.
I feel like it's life changing. Like,
Okay.
just eating like this.
Dude, in that case, that's good that you haven't started yet. It's a good and a bad thing. I mean, it's a good thing because you don't have the system down, and what can help you in this call is that you can literally take our system and use it for yourself because it's a proven method that worked already for us. So you don't have to scramble and go around and find your own system. It's right here. So essentially, I'm not gonna write anything in the Monday through Sunday agenda because um, I'm gonna be giving you ours, so you can literally do our agenda. Kind of makes sense.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay. And then the delivery policy, we had people pick up. So we had a pickup method. So it was free. So when people picked up, it was free. We did do a delivery fee, but we hated it because you would have to hire drivers and then you would have to get ice packs and cooler bags. By the end of the day, it would cost us $15 to actually implement delivery. So like
Yeah.
we were just like, dude, just have everyone pick up for free at the house. It's way easier. But you could do a $15 delivery fee. People pay it. I mean, over here in San Jose, they paid it. I don't know in Texas. Texas, I've actually did 3 consultation calls over there, and their average is around like $5 to $10 for delivery.
Oh wow.
Some of them are free, and I'm just like, how the hell are you doing that? Um, so, yeah, there's actually I have like 3 more people that I did over there, and they're starting the meal prep business, so I could connect you with them, and you could get some pointers with them too.
Yeah,
So,
that'd be cool. Definitely.
yeah, I'll send you their info, and I even have their operations manual too. So if you want that, I could link it too. So that'll help you out as much as I could. So menu concept, we did 6 meals menu at a time. It would change every 2 weeks. The reason for that, 6 meals at a time was very manageable. I mean, you didn't really have to like switch things up. I mean, I remember we were doing like 2 turkey, it was 2 chicken, and 2 fish. So it was like 2, 4, 6. And then we were barely getting into breakfast. But dude, breakfast you would profit a lot on. You would make like 88% profit margins. Yeah, so get into like protein pancakes.
Protein pancakes.
Yeah, you make the most money off protein pancakes because why? It's just bread.
Yeah.
Bread and protein.
That's,
You're talking about fish, chicken, and turkey. That it's average of $3 a meal or $2 a meal roughly to make. And then for website, we use Shopify. So definitely look at Shopify. It's $29 a month. I highly stay away from Wix. If you ever heard of Wix.
Never heard of it.
Okay, yeah, it's a free website builder. I'm glad you got on this call because I went through around 6 different website host domains until I landed with Shopify. And dude, it was a headache. I probably spent around 6 months and probably around a good like $1,000 on websites trying to find which one's the best one. And Shopify was by far the best.
Really?
So I saved you time and money, man.
All right,
Yeah.
that's good to know.
So Shopify, and then your key suppliers. Who do you have around your area that has some good product right now? Cause
There's like this one place called like Zedrix. That's the place that I've been going to.
okay,
Sometimes.
Cedric, is that retail or wholesale or is it restaurant?
It's retail. It's like a
Retail.
little. It's kind of like a.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of My Fit Foods. It's like a little office, and they got refrigerators just loaded up.
Okay, Cedric.
There's also Icon Meals at the gym I go to.
Oh, they have, yeah. Icon Meals is killing the game right now, dude. Do you
Yeah.
follow them?
No, but my roommate does. He's been buying all their stuff, so.
Dude, like analyze them. You gotta emulate the greats. That's what Russell Brunson says. The creator of ClickFunnels. You have to analyze the people who have done it, so that you can do it too. So definitely look at Icon Meals. Watch their story on Instagram, dude.
I'll check it out.
They show their back end and stuff. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So Zedrix. There's no Restaurant Depot around your area, is there?
I'm not sure. It does ring a bell. There might be one here.
Okay. Restaurant Depot. Once you start hitting above 100 meals, you're gonna have to be going to Restaurant Depot for sure. Yeah. So I'll put that over 100 meals. Yeah, cause
Do they sell the containers there for the meal prep?
yeah, I also sent what do you call that? Phone number. My friend, Mohammed, he actually sells meal prep containers and he ships them. So for a really cheap price. So I put him in the Google Doc too at the end. So you'll get that contact too. Tell you, man, I have hella connections in the meal prep world.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sweet. That's what I need.
Yeah, and then marketing. So with marketing, we did social media, which was Instagram, free marketing. I mean, it's the best type of marketing you can get, and the cheapest for sure. But if you want to ramp up like your orders and like your leads, and basically like your customer base, there's this place right here called wishpond.com. Highlight them right there. They're an email drip campaign marketing firm. They do cost $400 a month, but we were getting like 10 leads a day, and it was phenomenal. I mean, like all they do is this: they put a contest up that's $200 worth of meals free, and they put it in a landing page, which then gets people to put their email in that opt-in page. And then from that opt-in page, they send out emails like discount codes to those people who have entered the email. And they'll be like, hey, get a discount code if you buy from my meal prep service. Here's the code. And they have the chance to buy right there. So we were getting like 10 a day. And keep in mind, 7 days a week. That was like,
Yeah.
that's a lot of leads. So it ended up outperforming $400. It was like nothing. So.
All right, I'm definitely gonna be using that one.
Yeah, if you want to ramp up production, go give them a call. And then, okay, so here we have our business process for MotivEats. Basically, essentially what a meal prep business is, you have to shop, prep, cook, clean, and then the people come and pick up the food, and then that's pretty much it. And then you recycle that kind of process over and over and over again. And it's really key that you follow that process, because essentially that's what you do every single time, no matter what. Yeah.
Shop prep, cook clean.
Yep. And you can even use that as a motto too, because I mean, a lot of meal prep companies do that. Actually, they put that in their logo or branding, so you could even steal that too, like put it inside your tagline or something. Yeah. And also, when you're marketing, sell time. Don't sell the food. You're not selling food. You're not in the business of selling food. You're selling time, convenience. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Good.
pretty much. So yeah. So what we did was we marketed all week. So Monday all the way to Thursday, we were just hardcore Instagram, hardcore Facebook, hardcore like, tag a friend, referrals, all the way Monday through Thursday in that block of time. And then once Thursday hit, um, we would have to text all these customers through this app. It's called the Reach app. You could download it on. Do you have iPhone? Right? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, FaceTime. Yeah, obviously. So through the Reach app, this app you can use it as an auto texter. Because what I didn't know was when I started this business was like, um, think about how many customers are going to be contacting you, and you're going to be like trying to text all of them all at once individually. It got to the point where I was getting like 100 messages like a day, literally. I was just like, how the hell do I text all these people back? And then I got this app.
Stuff.
Yeah, and it's only $5 a month, so super super cool. And
That looks fun.
yeah, you can even tell them like you could put it's like a little code. You put this little swirl, which is their name, and then so you go hi, and then you put the swirl, which is the name, and then your meals will be ready at so and so time. Please text back if you have any questions, and then that circle will be like hi Bob, your meals will be ready, and you could just freaking press send. It'll automatically send to like 200 people, and just like yes.
Yeah, time saver.
Yeah, so that will save me a lot of time. So yeah, there's that. Shopify I already mentioned. Okay, so then now we're on Friday. Friday, we're sourcing all the food at 5 o'clock. So we're going to the store. We're getting all the food. We had our list already tallied up and stuff. And then we come to the kitchen, or in a sense, your home. Then you start prepping all the meats. You split it into two parts. So prep is also always split into proteins, and then it's split into veggies. That's how we did it. It's in the operations manual, so it's entirely in there. But just to give you like a debrief, proteins are like your chicken, your steak, your salmons. Everything's all seasoned and prepped, vacuum sealed if you need to. And then you have your veggies section, which is your broccoli, your asparagus, anything that you need to fry, like your bell peppers. That can be split up into two people. So now you're into delegation mode. You're like, okay, one guy's gonna be doing veggies and one guy's gonna be doing protein. That's what we had doing. I had a prep cook and I had me.
Veggies.
But if you're doing it by yourself, which I don't recommend, because I did that, you're gonna have to do both, and that shit's hard.
All right.
Yeah, and then so once you're done with all that, once you're done prepping all that stuff, at 7 o'clock we start labeling everything. So we label like all the meats. So we label that it's we make sure everything has a date and time that it's prepped, because that way you could track it. If it's old, you could throw it out. That's super important. Labeling, you have to label. Yeah.
How do I get like accurate like macros, accurate proteins? Like how do I measure that? Or if I like put a teaspoon of pepper, salt, like
Right.
that's one thing I'm really confused about. I don't know.
Use MyFitnessPal. That's the closest you can get. MyFitnessPal. It's an app. Do you know how to use it?
Never heard of it, but I mean,
Yeah, it's
let's figure it out.
you get to once you measure all your meats, your proteins, your veggies, and your carbs on in a portion meal prep container, you can easily track it. It's just plug and chug. It's pretty cool. A lot of people who diet kind of use it when they can't count calories and stuff. So
Right.
always measure. Oh yeah. Also, always measure your meats and proteins cooked. You never want to weigh it raw. Yeah. So once labeling's done, so Friday, the night's done. We close up shop, lights are out, everything's already clean. Cool. We all go home and we wait until the next day. Cause the reason why I split it up that way was because um, we did it all in one day before. We did the prepping, the shopping, the cooking, the cleaning, the delivery, and oh my god, we were fucked.
Really?
Like yeah, it was like, dude, we're short on hella meats. We got to go to the store. I'm like, dude, people are picking up at 9. What are you talking about? So I this saved you so much time in like mistakes. So I'm glad that you're on this call, man.
All right. Thanks for
So
having me.
yeah, so Friday night done. Lights are off. Now we're on to Saturday. Cool. We turn on the lights. We're up 9 a.m. Everything we bring out the fridge. Everything, all the proteins already prepped, right? All the veggies already done. Cool. So we bring it out the fridge and we start cooking. So the meats are all marinated and stuff. So we just throw it on the grill, or the chicken's already marinated. We throw it on the grill, and then it takes a while for it to cook. Probably around like 3 hour session for cooking, around. And then once, see, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, once around like 12 o'clock, we would start like plating and stuff, depending on how fast your prep cooks are and stuff. And then once you have everything cooked and plated, um, you have to clean up. I like the clean as you go policy. It's inside our operations manual. The clean as you go policy is literally clean as you go. Like you have to clean the pot before you do anything else, because if you just leave that pot hanging out, it's gonna take you forever to come back and then do like more cooking.
Yeah, I hear you saying it dries up. It becomes more harder to clean up and stuff.
Yep. Yeah. Cause then, yeah, you could. What we did hire a dishwasher, but we saw our profit margins going hella low, and I was like, damn, dude, why aren't we making as much as we would? We were making. It's because we were hiring a dishwasher. I was like, damn, dude, how do we cut costs? So it's all about driving your costs down and making sure that there's no extra person needed on your payroll. You know.
How many
Um,
cooks do you have, like, per, like how do you go about labor as far as, like,
mhm.
making 200 meals? How many, like, how big of a team would be right
You
for
you
that?
just find your averages. Like you'll see like your cook sessions with one person, and then you'll be like, oh, we could make it faster if we had two. We'll get out in 6 hours earlier. Okay, that's cool. I'll make sure that. That's why you got to document everything. So you gotta. I mean, if we continue with the coaching calls, like once you hire on people and stuff, I'll show you like how to like hire, and like when to hire, and like because what we do is like in the weekly coaching ones, we'll see like the times it takes for you to cook like in one session, and then we'll try to knock that shit off in half. So in the beginning you might be doing the 12-hour session cooking, and then we're gonna get so detailed that we're gonna document every little step of the way, that 12-hour session is now gonna be 6. You're gonna be saving more money, getting more profit. Cause that's what I did. Dude, we were doing 15-hour shifts, and I was like, why the hell are we in this
Sounds
kitchen
hectic.
for 15 hours? It doesn't make sense. So I literally wrote this manual down, and I found out why. It's because we were doing everything in one day, and we were like sourcing from weird ass places that we weren't supposed to source. That's why I asked you where are you sourcing from and stuff. So you have to know every single little detail, because if it's not, it's you're kind of just like blowing in the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, cleaning on Saturday, 6 or 7, and then we're packing and bagging everything Saturday night, and then cool, we're chill, we're done. If there's any overages or shortages, we should know, because we're documenting all of that in like a tally log, and then um, we close up shop again. So that was just the whole day, just cooking, cleaning, and packing and bagging. So now Sunday, turn on the lights. Here we go. Everyone picks up at the kitchen, 10 o'clock in the morning, and we just stay at that specific location for the pickups. Or you could do the delivery, and you could just send out all the drivers if you want to. But that also drives up costs. Keep in mind hiring drivers.
Yeah.
So we like the pickup method. We advertise it like crazy. It's free to pick up. You don't have to pay for anything. Just pick it up.
Yeah.
So, but the bad part about that is that you're limiting your reach. When you say just pick up, because a lot of people don't want to pick up. They want to stay in bed, or like, it's a Sunday. They don't want to go out, or they're at church. We had a lot of those. So there's definitely two sides of the ball you could play there.
What are the, like? Let's say I were to do delivery. Like, what would I need? Like a special type of like bag or something? Or like.
Yeah, see, that was a problem. At Restaurant Depot, they were selling bags for $3 a piece. So there's a $3 bag, right?
Yes.
The cooler bag itself, the cooler bag was $3, and then the ice pack was $2. So that's $5 just for that delivery, right?
Yeah.
And then if you want to hire a driver to drive it out, that's variable cost because you don't know how many deliveries you're going to have that day to hire that person on. So it really depends on the driver. I mean, we would average it if you had, say, 10 deliveries, just average that and put that cost into the driver, and then, that's how you would kind of like get the average. Yeah, so, but I just didn't like delivery, man. It was a mess.
It sounds hectic. Not.
It's logistics for real. You have to create reports and sheets, and then you have to make sure that the drivers go on the route that they're supposed to, and then you would have to like label each one, and then oh man, dude, I didn't like it, but like we did get a lot more customers that way though. So there's two sides of the ball you could really play there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, everyone would pick up or delivery, and then we would manually text. We would use the app to, like I said, it would text all of them that all the pickups are ready, good to go, and then pretty much that was our process. And then on Tuesday nights, we always had that auto texter, ask the people, because we always had to follow up, telling you this is the most important part in getting your sales up, is following up, asking them how the meals were. 2 days, we found out 2 days was the best. 1 day was like too quick, they probably didn't eat it or they forgot. 2 days was like they for sure ate it, at least one.
Yeah.
So, ask them how did it taste, like what can we improve on. You could even send them a questionnaire with the app, which is pretty cool. I could teach you how to use Typeforms. So it's a questionnaire app that you could send out to them. And then so now we're gonna.
Text? You don't do like email follow-ups or?
Our what do you call that, customer base were mainly text based.
Text.
Yes, they were under 25 years old, so that was our market. Around 23, 25. We had some 30-year-olds, but we noticed that text was the best respond rate, because in email they would never open their email. Like the open rates were like, they sucked. Probably because our market was so young.
Yeah, so that's good to know.
It definitely depends on who your your customers are and stuff. Yeah, but there are auto emailing apps out there and stuff that I know of. Yeah. And then we're gonna go into hiring. So basically, there's this app right here called Paired. So what Paired is they're professional cooks or prep cooks or people that know how to do something professionally in the culinary world. Excuse me. And that is really good if you want good quality food to be popping out of the kitchen and stuff. I'm telling you, if you hire your friends, it's a headache, man. It's a real big headache because they'll be sitting on the table. I've had this happen. They'll not wash their hands, And then you had to tell them like, dude, wash your hands. Like, are you kidding me? Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, we had a dude sit on the prep table. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? This is food. Like, get out of here if you're not gonna, you're not gonna work. And we would pay them, and they're not professional. If you want professionals, you got to pay kind of the price of a professional. Um, but if you can't afford it, and your friends is all you can do, that's all you can do. And you just got to train your friends the best you can to your ability, just to save costs. But professional cooks, $20 an hour. That's how much the rate was over here in San Jose. Might be lower in yours because you're in Texas, man.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Dude, the minimum wage here, $15.
Yeah, over here it's like 750 or something. So.
What the hell? Oh my
Yeah.
god. Yeah, god damn. Okay, so yeah, the Reach app's only $5 a month. There's also other auto texting apps. If you don't like that one, I linked it there. So yeah. And then, yeah, this is also just all our procedures in detail. See, I put the shopping checklist, the cooler bags, the ice packs, what you need, suppliers. Food Max was one of them, like for the small stuff. Do you have Food Max over there? No, you have Heb,
So
right?
we might. I just it doesn't ring a bell.
You don't have Here Everything's Better in San Antonio?
I don't think we do, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We might. It doesn't ring a bell.
Okay. So here's like market analysis, competitor menus. So what I like to do with like menus and how to create them was to actually look on other meal prep business Instagram accounts or their websites and literally use their recipe and kind of like put my own spin on it. So instead of like green beans, I would put like asparagus, or like instead of turkey bell peppers, I would put ground beef bell peppers, So kind of get inspired by them, like see what's the best selling. We noticed that steak chimichurri was like the number one thing that a lot of these meal prep companies were selling. And stuffed bell peppers was also a big hit, and teriyaki chicken. Those were like the top like meal prep, stuff that they were selling all the time. Like you look on any meal prep site, that's what they had. Oh, Freshly.com's cool too. Freshly, that just popped in my head right now. Yeah, there's a lot of them out there. I could keep this list going, man. I know like 50 of them. Yeah. You're talking to the meal prep guru, man.
Because I don't like. I mean, I cook. I like my cooking, but I don't know if other people would. So.
Right. Yeah.
I need to get some chefs so I get some recipes down.
Yeah, I'll write down. Actually, let me write it down. So teriyaki flavor, teriyaki anything, bro. That people would go crazy off that thing.
Alright, teriyaki.
Yeah, teriyaki was like our number one seller. Like, dude, our sales was like 65% like 68% like teriyaki chicken, dude. Yeah, and we put sesame seeds on the top, dude. Yeah, so anything like Asian inspired too that sells a lot. Yeah.
Alright, good to know.
Chimichurri. So steak chimichurri. Bell peppers was also like a really good hit. So a stuffed bell peppers. So like chicken beef or turkey. So the ground beef. Oh, okay. I was actually doing a market analysis study, and guess what got searched up the most in Google? Guess what type of diet?
Keto or?
Yep, you hit it spot on. Keto meals sell like crazy. Yeah, that was one thing that I saw. The number one searched diet was keto, so you could play around with that.
All right, I guess yeah.
Yeah, the moment we introduced keto, our sales doubled.
Good.
Yeah. But yeah, so here's our agenda going down. There's even like an organizational chart if you need it. So once you add in your key, I like to call it key players, which is your team, you can add them in. But basically, a business, it's marketing, operations, and finance. It's the hardcore of it all. Those are your three kind of departments, so to speak.
Yeah.
So marketing is basically, sales. You can't have a business without customers, right? So you need your sales. Um, so hiring on a sales guy is actually pretty interesting. You can actually do that, and you know, it's a really good investment. And always look at your team as an investment, never as an expense. I
All
learned
right.
that. Yeah. And operations, which is what we're doing now, making sure that you have your, I call it SOP, your standard of procedures, and then finance, your money in and your money out, which I put a profit and loss kind of tracker in there. So basically, now we're going to be diving into the legal steps into actually getting started. So if you were going to go to a commercial kitchen like tomorrow, this is what you need. This is what like your snapshot of, what I have to cross off the list in order to go, full blown commercial kitchen.
Yeah.
So you need your business license. You get that from your city hall, and then
How
you
much does that typically cost?
business license over here in San Jose costs around $200. It definitely depends on your state. I'm pretty sure that Texas is hella cheap. So,
All right.
but it was around $199 in San Jose. So I'm pretty sure it's lower in yours. And then you have to get your fictitious business name. You also get that at City Hall, so you have to get those two. Once you get those two, oh yeah, keep in mind these are in succession, so getting them in order is like what you have to do. So once you have your FBN, you're gonna need your EIN. You get your employer identification number on the irs.gov. You just follow the simple steps. You just go to irs.gov and then you enter in what you got previously, which is your business license and your FBN number. And then once you have your EIN, you're gonna go get your LLC. You get that on LegalZoom.com, and that's pretty easy. I think you pay a state filing fee of $79 or like 77 roughly. So I'll put the pricings there. But basically, do you know what an LLC like kind of is?
No. Limited
Okay.
liability corporation.
Yeah, so an LLC is basically a business owner. Think about a business owner and the actual business itself. You see this little line in the middle?
Yeah.
That's basically the LLC. So you're basically limiting your liability on the, from getting sued. So you're protecting your assets, your car, your house. If you were to get sued, basically it blocks you, that little imaginary line. That's what an LLC is. So they can't take your house or your assets if they sue you. They sue the business, but not you. Kind of makes sense? Yeah, that's why you want to get an LLC. I'm not a legal guy, but that's what majority of people get. I mean, you could get a sole proprietorship, but like with that, they could come after your house or your car or your mortgage, or your house. Sorry, not your mortgage. But yeah, so right here on the next page is your commercial kitchen list. What you're gonna need is definitely the food safety manager certification. It's a simple Google search. You can just press the first one. I got ServeSafe. ServeSafe. I think .com. But yeah, it's $156. It teaches you everything about keeping like cutting boards. Keeping the color coded. The red is for meat, and the yellow is for chicken. It teaches you everything about E. coli. You got to know what a sugar toxin producing E. coli is. It's pretty interesting. It's good stuff to know, and you
That
need it.
stuff we got at the restaurant I work at, so
Oh, you already have it.
I'm pretty aware of like those little things. So
Yeah, sick. Okay, yeah. And then catering permit, you're gonna need. You get that from the health department. I'm pretty sure you know some of these stuff already, right? General liability.
some of them, yeah.
Yeah. because you work in a kitchen kind of. See, I had to learn all of this. I didn't even know I needed all of this before, and I was like, jeez. And then here's your like commercial kitchen list builder. So basically, you would type in the address. So say it's 123 Main Street, San Antonio, TX. And then the cost per hour, you would put in like, okay, this kitchen over there at 123 Main Street is $20 an hour. The cost per month is $300 per month. Cool. Okay, now at 321, Harbor Way. Over here, it's gonna be, $25 per hour. And you could play around with this. I mean, you could do the pros and cons too. And this document's yours to keep and add to. So like you can, definitely put in stuff that you want to put in. So yeah, this one's a cool thing because you get to take a snapshot and see which one's the best one, which is the cheap, because the cheap one may be, hella shitty, but then, the most expensive one may be hella good, but then it doesn't have what, option A has. And then, okay, so we're almost there. So a name builder, do you have a name yet for the business?
Yeah, I purchased it. It's called myprepmeals.com.
Oh shoot, here we go. myprepmeals.com. Sick. How'd you come up with the name?
I tried to get my prep and it was already taken. I just decided to add meals. That sounds like a good business. So
sick.
I just went with it.
It's a good name. Did you get a logo yet?
No, I haven't. I need to though.
So I have a marketing team that helped me. That could help you with your logo designs. The bad part about it is that, so the good part about it is, you want to hear the good news about it or the bad news?
Both.
Okay, so the good news is that they're a really good logo and branding company. Like they give you this whole document. It comes in like a PDF. They give you your fonts, your logos, this thing called EPS. It's for like anything that you want to put on like shaker cups or t-shirts. And they give you literally all the brand guidelines. It's like freaking it's like 20 pages long. It's sick. Bad part about it is that it's $1,500. It's a lot of money.
1,500.
Yeah, 1,500. But if you want to go the cheap route, Fiverr.com, bro.
Fiverr.com.
Those are freelancers. They'll do your logo for up like $5 up to like only like $20, like $5 or more. Yeah. So Fiverr.com if you want to save money. Man, I should get like a discount code or something, man. Like putting all these like websites here, man. Yeah, I see wishpond.com's here too. Yeah. And pretty much that's it. And then we have the meal prep container guy. Mention Nico Murillo when you call. I'll even put this out for the YouTube people if they want to contact him. It's good business for him because he has meal prep containers and he sells them for pretty cheap. But you mention my name, you might get a discount. I don't know. Yeah. And then, onions and garlic are your best friend.
Alright.
So is Flavor God. And I'll leave it to Q&A, man. I have like 5 minutes. Yeah.
What are your most effective I guess social media marketing?
Instagram, 100%, dude. Like the story mode and actually tagging people. So if you have people that have your meals, make sure that they're tagging you, like your company or you, and that got the highest amount of referrals. So people that saw the picture and saw the tag, they actually clicked on it and either followed. And once they follow you, it's like you have that chance to retarget them. Again, because they'll see it in their feed, like who the hell is this guy? Oh yeah, I followed him from that one post. And then, dude, I had people go like, I've been following your stuff for about a year now, and I just bought your meals. Sick. I'm like, took you a year to buy, dude. But people on average, dude, this is marketing. They have to see something 7 times on average to buy. So it's all about volume and like posting every single time. Yeah.
Do you have like an agenda as far as like, oh, I'm gonna like, you know, market on Facebook at this time, this time Instagram, this time Snapchat, or
No, it was basically Instagram. It was like at speed. Like I was just posting as much as I could, even if it was hella crappy. I was just like posting it on the Instagram story at least. But on the Instagram feed, you would have to like plan it out. There's this app called Planoly.com. You can actually schedule your Instagram posts, and it'll automatically post for you during the week. So you could spend a whole, yeah, I'll put it down, Planoly.com. Auto Instagram poster. So you could literally knock out a whole week's worth of content, like all in one day if you want. It's a lot of work, but I mean, like you could go Monday could be every time at 12 o'clock it'll post, and then it'll post like which picture you set. You could even like filter them automatically and stuff, and like, you know, yeah, that one was a real time saver. But the only problem with it is like you have to sit down for a whole hour and knock out the content, and it would work best if you had someone else, like you hire someone to do it.
yeah.
Yeah, so they could, blast your social media. Yeah, put a lot of money into marketing, man. It's ROI positive, man. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, I think that's going to be the game changer there. I mean, and quality, of course.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I'm gonna end the call here just for the viewers, and we could talk about some other stuff at the end. But yeah, so just gonna close it off right here, guys. This is Preston from San Antonio, Texas. Thank you for coming out. Anything you want to say to the viewers, man?
My prep meals, be ready. It's coming out.
Here we go. Yeah. All right, YouTube. Gonna end it
Thanks,
here.
Jackson.